In an emergency situation, you may need to act quickly. So it's important that you're familiar with your first aid kit to know what to use for different injuries. A first aid kit is a collection of items in a container that can be used in a medical emergency. It should be in all homes, cars, leisure centers, workplaces, anywhere people are. Plasters are for small cuts and grazes. They help to put pressure on small bleeds and prevent infections. Sterile pads are for larger cuts. They come in different sizes to help apply pressure. Applying pressure on a bleed helps to stop bleeding and prevent further blood loss. Conforming bandages are for wound dressing. They are used to hold sterile pads in place to further apply pressure and stop bleeding. You can also use them to hold ice packs in place to reduce the swelling. Wound dressings are a combination of a sterile pad and the adhesive to keep the pad in place. They come in different sizes for varying sizes of wounds. A triangular bandage is a large triangular shaped piece of cloth. It can be used as a bandage. It can be used as a dressing if it's sterile to cover a large wound or burn if there are no sterile pads. They are also used to make slings to help immobilize a limb if there is a fracture or to help elevate a wound dressing. Disposable gloves are a necessary item in first aid. They help reduce the risk of infection between you and the victim. Always wear them if you have them if you are dressing a wound, and use them also when dealing with bodily fluids and wastes. Face shields, CPR masks, or pocket masks can be used to reduce infection when giving rescue breaths. It is an important item when doing CPR. If you don't have them, especially for an adult, do compressions only CPR. Alcohol-free cleansing wipes are used to clean the skin around the wound. Alcohol wipes are used to disinfect or sterilize instruments prior to use. For example, your tweezers before bringing out a splint from the skin or wound, or to clean around the area in which to perform first aid for a victim. Sticky, adhesive, or medical tapes are used to hold dressings in place. They are also used to secure the loose ends of bandages after doing a dressing. Scissors are used to cut somebody's clothing so that you can get to the wound. They can also be used to cut the adhesive tape to the required length when you want to secure a dressing. You can also use it to cut bandages if you don't want to use the whole length. Other items that can be in a first aid kit are the tweezers to remove foreign objects, safety pins to hold an elastic bandage in place, a thermometer to check temperature, especially for children, and a first aid manual booklet to give you more information on how to help an injured victim. Remember, make sure you have a first aid kit and make sure you know how to use it. Inspect your first aid kit regularly and replace any missing or expired items. Keep your first aid kit well stocked and easily accessible in case of emergencies.